moving to the next chapter, surface area. Surface areas and volume. Surface areas and volume. See, whenever we speak about surface area, see, this is the product of length and breadth. The product of length and breadth. See, suppose we consider a cuboidal room. See, for this cuboidal room, a solid, if we can take into consideration the area of four walls surrounded, or if I can write only this much, only the area of the four walls surrounded, then this is called lateral surface area. Lateral surface area, or just denoted by LSE. Or the area of four walls, in the sense it is also called as curved surface area. Curved surface area denoted by CSE. So for this example, it's just an example, cuboidal room. See, if we can take the area of four walls, plus the area of flooring, plus the area of the ceiling in the sense that is the roof. See, here we have covered the curved surface area, the area of four walls, plus the area of flooring, and plus, in addition to that, the area of ceiling. So this is termed as just the surface area. Just the surface area, or total surface area. Total surface area denoted by TS. So whenever we have a question on surface area, to find the surface area of the given solid, so we just find out what is the total surface area. Followed it? So if we have a question under find the area of the four walls plus the area of the flooring, then for the area of four walls we will take the lateral surface area, so whatever is the formula for that, and the area of the flooring. So please understand here, area of flooring for this room, cuboidal, again, so whenever we speak about area, it is always the product of length and breadth. Followed it? See, now when we speak about this volume, this is always the product of length denoted by L here, breadth denoted by B here, and one more quantity that is called depth, or also called H, or it is also called height, or it is altitude. Followed it? So whenever we speak about volume, it is a product in the sense multiplied with L multiplied with BH, L into B into H. And volume, this unit shall always be in terms of cubic units. So if it is given in meters, cubic meters or cubic centimeters, the unit of volume is always cubic. So when we speak about surface area, the surface area unit, so unit shall always be in terms of square units. Square centimeters or square meters. So with this introduction, so not to just elaborate too much, so let us start with your topic for your 10th standard mathematics. So under this chapter, so let us take this solid into consideration, cone. So we can just write, say this is the shape of a cone. This is the shape of a cone. See, this is called the vertex or apex, or I will also call this is as a vertex here. See, from this top vertex, better I write top vertex. Follow it. See, from this top vertex, if I just drop a perpendicular, and this, so let me draw this, and this shall be 90 degrees here. Let me call this O here. If I call this A and this is B here. So please understand, circular shape, and from O to B, this OB is our radius and AO shall be height and AB shall be L. So what is L here? H is equal to height, or let me call this as vertical height. This is vertical height, or also called altitude, and this slant AB length is denoted by L, which is equal to slant height. So please make a note of the difference in this height and L. See, whenever L is given slant height, this denotes AB in this diagram. Followed it? Then R. So let me write OB, which is equal to R, which is nothing but radius. This is nothing but radius. Followed it? Now, if I have to understand what is curved surface area of the cone, this is given by the formula pi r L. Followed it? So unless specified, pi value is equal to 22/7. So if at this stage we do not require any derivation of how do we get this formula. Followed it? So just remember the formula for your 10th standard. Pi RL, IN, it is surface area, so the unit shall always be in terms of square units. Followed it? Then curved surface area. If it is total surface area of the cone, this is nothing but total surface area is curved surface area plus area of the base. But here, what is the base here? It is the circular base. Followed it? Area of the circular base. So what is my CSA formula here? It is pi RL. So let me write pi RL. So this is a way to remember. So please understand, pi RL, curved surface area, plus what is the area of circular base? The area of circle is pi r square. Followed it? Area of circle. So if I can take pi common here, pi I have taken common, I can take one r also common here. So pi r plus L. Pi r square refers to area of the circular base plus pi r L, that is the CSA of the cone here. Followed it? So this is my formula for TSA of the cone. So we need to remember this formula. So here also we need to remember this formula. Pi r L. So here again unit is square units. Followed it. So when we speak about the volume, of the cone, it shall be 1/3 pi r square h. So let us not try to derive anything here at this stage of your 10th standard. So just remember this formula. So volume of cone, and what is the curved surface of the cone, and what is total surface area of the cone. So if we are very familiar with these formulas, then I can teach you how to remember what is the frustum. frustum of the cone. So suppose we have a cone like this. So please understand. Suppose we have a cone like this. Suppose we have a cone like this. And this cone is cut parallel. So we have a diameter here. We have a diameter, center. And one thing I need to tell you here. Since we have a right angle here, this is also called right circular cone. This is also called a right circular cone. So when we have a right circular cone, and if I cut this top, if I cut this, so this is, I am cutting it. In this direction I am cutting it. So if I cut that part, and this line is parallel, and this line is parallel to the radius of the circular base. So don't I get this part? See, if this is cut in this way, I can get the shape like this. Followed it. And this is called frustum. So if I have to write the diagram once again, so just like this. So this is my frustum of the cone. And for the frustum of the cone, we have examples such as, so dustbin is an example, dustbin or a tumbler, glass. So all these are examples for frustum of the cone. So here we have, so let me write, this is again circular top, this is my circular base here. If I can write this R as R1, and if I can write this as R2. Since we have two radius here, and if I can join this center of that part, so again here we have this right angle here, followed it. Again from this, if I can call this as O and this as O dash, followed it. And this O dash is equal to the vertical height, again denoted by H only for frustum of cone. And we have radius 1 and radius 2. So if I can call this A and this is B here, so OA, this is equal to radius 1, and O dash B is equal to radius 2. So please understand here, this R2 is greater than R1. Followed it. So just by the diagram we can observe that this was the top vertex of the cone, right? So top vertex in the sense that this area, the circular area here shall be lesser than what is the area of the circle at this point. So I have written R2 greater than R1 here. So this O dash is equal to H here. Then see, if I have to remember this CSA of frustum, is equal to, see what is the CSA of cone here? It is pi r L, right? So L, we have not noted this L here. So this AB, so let me write this AB is equal to L, or that is called as the slant height. This is my slant height here. See, we have curved surface area of the frustum, pi, followed it. See, here we had pi RL. We have only one radius here, but since we have two radius R1 and R2, the formula remains the same, pi RL. But since in this place I will write R1 plus R2. So this is the way to remember the curved surface area of the frustum of the cone. Followed it. If I have to remember what is the TSA of this frustum, so if we have to remember the TSA of the frustum, the total surface area of the frustum of the cone. See, this is again, see how did we start here? The total surface of the cone here is CSA plus, right? So let me write CSA, the curved surface area, the curved part, plus area of the circular top, area of the circular top, plus area of the circular base, area of the circular base. Followed it? So if I just take into consideration only the curved part, or as we just noted in the previous example for a cuboidal room, the four walls of the cuboidal room are just the curved part of this solid is nothing but the curved surface area. Followed it? So here, what is the curved surface area of the cone we had? It was pi r L, right? But for curved surface area, the frustum of the cone, we have this formula here. So in place of this curved surface area of the frustum of the cone, so let me write, this is pi, this is again L here, this is R1 plus R2. Followed it? So this is my curved surface area. Area of the circular top. So area of circle is pi r square. So here it is R1. Therefore let me write, this is pi R1 square. Followed it? Then area of the circle. Area of the circle is again pi r square. Here radius is R2. Therefore let me write pi R2 square. Followed it? Pi R1 square plus pi R2 square plus CSA. So please don't try to mug up the formula. Better the way how the approach how we have taught you, it should be better here. So if I can take this pi common outside here, if I can take pi common outside, then see here R1 plus R2 multiplied with this slant height plus R1 square plus R2 square. So this is my TSA, total surface area of the frustum of the cone. Frustum of the cone. So again, the unit shall always be in terms of the square units. Followed it? So now if we have to find what is the volume of this, if we have to understand what is the volume of the frustum of the cone, volume of frustum is equal to. So here what was the formula here? It was 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? See what we will do here, 1 by 3. See 1 by 3 pi and h. So that is the same thing here, this is h here. So 1 by 3 pi and h. So please remember that. Since we had only one r here, this formula was right. Since we have r1 and r2 here, so please just I want your attention now. 1 by 3 pi h a square plus b square plus 2ab. So we remember our a square plus b square plus 2ab formula, right? A plus b whole square. But there is a small difference here, please understand. 1 by 3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square, we don't have this 2 here. Followed it? So we don't have this 2 here. Just for your memory, I just told you that a square plus b square plus 2ab, if you remember this, but this 2 is not there. Followed it? So 1 by 3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 r2. So this is my formula for volume of the frustum of the cone. Followed it? So in most of the questions, sometimes it happens that they have given the value of height and radius, but L is not given. In such case, we can find this is a right angled triangle by making use of Pythagoras theorem, the proof of Pythagoras theorem. I can write in case of cone again here. So in case of right circular cone, your L square is equal to R square plus H square. Followed it? So here, in case of slant height L here, AB, we have written AB equals L slant height. So under the frustum of the cone, your L square is equal to. So again, if we just compare here, h square. So r only one radius here, but here since we have this r1 and r2, take the difference of that r2 minus r1 power 2 square. Followed it? Then plus the same formula h square here. So write this is h square. So this is in case of what? So whenever we have the r1 and r2, so this refers to frustum of the cone. The frustum of the cone. Followed it? So with this part, I think we can start with the exercise questions under frustum of the cone for today's class.